Co? Czas? Co? Nie wolę.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2021 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship game between Czech Republic and Team Denmark.
In behind the Czech Republic bench. Heinz Ehlers is the coach of Denmark. Each of these teams sitting with 8 points. The Czech Republic does play tomorrow. It is a must-win situation for Heinz Ehlers and his Denmark squad. The players prepare for day 11 of this World Championship. Simon Hrubec in nets for the Czech Republic. There's his numbers. He is coming off a Gagarin Cup win with Omsk. And at the other end of the ice, it is Sebastian Dahm, who has played every minute of this tournament for Denmark. An Austrian championship for him with Klagenfurt. The officials for this game, Roman Goffman of Russia, along with Yevgeny Romashko of Russia. And your linesmen are also, as it is a complete Russian officiating crew, Gleb Lazarev and Nikita Shalagin.
Both coaches making changes to their top lines. Filip Zadina is taken off the top line for the Czech Republic. Adam Lentz is added. See if that gives some balance to this team.
And this one is underway as Alexander True will start at center ice for Denmark. And this will get sent in. Lassen plays it around the boards. Kovac is there to block it, sends it back for Dominic Kubalik. Kubalik is going to leave it at the line for Musil. Elects to send it towards the front of the net. Turned over and back up the ice for Nicholas Jensen. Gets it inside the line no further. And Kubalik will play it back out. Lenz will send it back into his own zone. And the teams will start their first line change of this game.
Filip Hronek handling the puck there. I think he's been their best player. He is a defenseman, but he plays like a forward.
Had 11 points in the 2019 World Championship in Slovakia. Hronek did. He led all defensemen in scoring.
Nice when you can have a defenseman with that offensive capabilities. As they bring him back out onto the ice, they can play against other teams' top lines. He's so smart. Not the biggest guy compared to some of the players he's playing against. 6 feet, 185, but an intelligent stick. He can sauce the puck when he wants to, through and over anybody.
Averages 20 minutes and 28 seconds of ice time per game. Leads the Czech Republic in that department. David Sklenichka plays this around the boards. It doesn't get out. And Jesper Jensen will chase it down. On for Fredrik Storm. He'll shovel the backhander back to the blue line. Wrister from the line by Jensen Obo. And that got blocked and turned over and right back up the ice. Now for Philip Hedl. Hedl puts on the brakes, pulls it back, lets it go, wired it wide, short side. Sklenichka trying to hold it in at the line after Frederick Storm chops it off the boards and out. And a stoppage in play.
One more line change for the Czech Republic, and now Zadina will get out onto the ice. Spot check the centerman, Stransky, who put up some good points in his home league this past season. Zadina hasn't exactly lit it up here, and I'm wondering if there's more about some balance in their lines and having him be on a line where the puck will come to him, whereas before he was on the top line with Kovac and Kubalik, and as Dom holds on to this one, he never really got the puck that much, and you could see some frustration with his cloak. 2 goals for him in this tournament.
One was a game winner, the other one opened the scoring in a game, as he gets the chance there to open the scoring in this one. Filip Zadina does lead Czech Republic in shots on goal with 20 coming into this game. Dominik Kubalik with 19, Filip Hronek with 15. So they are the top shooters for the Czech Republic. Sulak with a couple of goals sends this to the front of the net. That gets turned aside. Spacek will play it back at the line. Wrist shot to the front of the net. And Marcus Lauritsen is there to clear it away.
That was Zadina with the tip on it. You can see the head go back. Some frustration for him, all those shots, and just the 1 goal to show for it.
Scramble in the corner in the Czech Republic zone for a loose puck. Matthias Bau, number 50, the big man in for Denmark, back in the lineup. Cross ice, Lassen lets the shot go. Rebound came to the front of the net with some friendly fire as Matthias Frome took that one off the ankle. That may have been going in.
Jakobsen was the one that got that rebound of a high slot, shoveling it back towards the net, and Frome is having a difficult time to stay upright at the bench.
Olsson on a bouncing puck. They say he did not get a stick on that. And an icing call against Denmark as Frome gets worked over at the bench.
Shot to the net, the puck bounces out and off the inside of the left knee for Frome. And you know, those knee pads, they have the hard plastic cap and then there's some foam around the sides, but when a puck will hit you there, you will feel it. There's that deflection in front by Zadina, just wide.
Hronek trying to hold this in at the left point, chipped away from him, and Kovac, the captain of this Czech Republic team, back into his own zone, on for Musil. It got away from him, and it gets played right back in by Morten Paulsen. Hronek is on it. Through center ice for Kovac with Kubalik and Lentz. And Xander True back to take the loose puck. True will play it back, and Nicholas B. Jensen will send it cross ice. Bounces around. Alexander True with a bouncing puck. Battles there with Lentz. Nicholas Jensen on the loose puck. Jensen tied up there with Kovac. And we get a cross-checking penalty on the play. And the first power play will go to Denmark.
Denmark is able to get the puck into the zone, trying to establish it along the boards. And as Nicholas Jensen is getting pushed, see Cloak with the cross-check on Meyer. The third one is the one that drew the penalty. Denmark looking to open the scoring here with a power play.
Denmark's power play 4 for 18, 22.2%. Czech Republic penalty kill could use some work at 66.6%. They've killed off 12 of 18. Nikolai Meyer will control off the draw for Denmark. Marcus Lauritsen, who's had an excellent tournament. Lauritsen blasts that one from the line. It's loose in front. Alexander True got a swat at it. And now cleared up, and Denmark will go back on the regroup. For Marcus Lauritsen, 6 points. That leads all defensemen in scoring. Shot score! Nicholas Jensen cashes in on the power play. And Denmark gets the early goal.
Doing what he does best, which is beating a goaltender with a snapshot. Denmark gains the line, moves it back. Jensen has been taken away from other teams' penalty killing, but he gets loose here and just pushes this past the glove of Rubitz. You give him 20 feet and a free lane to shoot it, and he will beat any goaltender. And this is under the glove. It's past Rubitz before he can stretch out. And an all-important first goal of the game, the first time they've done it here for Denmark.
Denmark has to win.
That's a moneymaker.
So Philip Passan sees his team down by 1. After starting 0-2, Philip Passan basically feeling since that time they have been in playoff mode. Seacatch will take this back into his own zone. He'll shovel it across, and Vrana will look for a little bit of room. Vrana gets to the line, manages to get in, gets a shot, it goes off the leg and wide. Sebastian Dom down to the short side. Puck ends up in the corner for Philip Hedl. Hedl will send it back. Seacatch back for Hedl at the line for Sulak. Sulak lets the shot go. That goes wide, short side. 2 goals against Great Britain for Sulak. He spent 1 year with Grand Rapids in the American Hockey League. Stransky will take the pass at center. Chips it in, goes in after it. Stransky sends it around the boards. And Matthias Frome back out there after blocking that shot. So that's good news. Chance in front of the net. And Spacek rifled that one wide. Usil back into his own end for Hronek. He'll get to the red line, bounce it in. Dom had to be careful with that. And then with Spacek coming in looking for a loose puck, Dom was going to hang on to it.
Response from the Czech Republic after Denmark gets the first goal of the hockey game. A little bit of a muddle up there. But look at the flex on the stick of Nicholas Jensen when he leans into that shot. He had 7 points in the first 3 games, a point in every Denmark goal, then went quiet for 3 games. Back on the score sheet.
Off a stick and up and out of play. And for Nicholas Jensen, that is goal number 5. Who's back into a tie for top spot. The battle for the scoring race, not maybe what it was points-wise back in 2019. There were some big numbers there. Tied up at the side of the net. Gregory Hoffman has 5 goals. Liam Kirk has 5 goals. Alexander Barabanov in a group at 4. Taken at center, cleared in, off the stick, inside the line. Kovac with the shot, that goes off the stick of Marcus Lauritsen and sails up and down a play.
Haven't had a lot in Group A play of blowouts. There was the 7-0 Sweden win over the Swiss. You had the Czech Republic 6-1 over Great Britain. But most of them have been 1 or 2 goal games that we've experienced, and the offense has been spread around.
Nicholas Jensen now 8 points. He'll tie Morton Green for the most points in a single world championship with 8. Morton Green now retired and part of the Denmark broadcast crew just to our left. Cloak sends it down low. Schuster trying to bring it to the net. Sebastian Dom down on the short side. Big Schuster stays on it, the former Tampa Bay Lightning, and then he got stripped of the puck. Nicholas Jensen will play it cross ice. Nikolai Myers after it. Cloak bumps with him. Denmark making a defensive change, so the puck comes all the way around. And Nicholas B. Jensen will send it near side for Christensen. Plays it inside the Czech Republic line no further. Back up at center, big Alexander True breaks it up and plays it right back in. Sulak is after it. Nicholas Hart blocks it on the far side. 1-0 Denmark on a goal by Nicholas Jensen on the power play. Jesper Jensen shovels it back behind the net, a centering pass. Trying to get that up front was Frederick Storm. Ends up back at the line. And Nicholas B. Jensen will play it back around the boards. Christensen is in from the line. Sharp angle shot. Jensen sends it right back in from where it came. Christensen Being watched by Jakob Vrana, puts on the brakes, plays it back. Jesper Jensen through traffic, that never got through. And Frederick Storm is on it. There's some jump to the game for Denmark today.
Well, and they're throwing everything at the net. They're not trying to complicate things. It gets back to the point. If they don't have a lane, they'll work it around the boards, and whichever forward can get it above the goal line, they'll put it right towards the goaltender, Rubitz.
Rubitz will stop this in behind the net and leave it there. Comes into this game with a 2.98 goals against average. Save percentage of .885. His numbers normally better than that in the save percentage department. Matthias Bau carries in for Denmark. Tried to go cross ice and hit a leg. Libor Hayek snaps this out to center ice. The New York Ranger defenseman, initially a Tampa Bay pick. Marcus Lawrenson will play his back into his own zone. Big hit. Matthias Lassen passed the puck and was watching his pass, and Philip Zadina just ran him over. Jensen Obo, the captain of Denmark, winds it up. He'll hit the line. And this gets cleared up and out of play, and we'll get a stoppage. Jensen Obo averaging 25.5 minutes of ice time per game. That average per game ice time for Jesper Jensen Obo at 25 minutes and 26 seconds. That is second best in the World Championship. Darren Dietz, who plays for Kazakhstan, is 26.5 minutes per game. Canadian-born in Medicine Hat, a Montreal draft pick, played junior in Saskatoon as Darren Dietz. And Kazakhstan, one of the surprises of this 2021 World Hockey Championship. Nicholas Jensen, the goal-getter in this game, at the line, slap shot through some traffic by Jensen Obo, and that got, or Nicholas B. Jensen, and that got turned aside in front of the net. Tied up in the corner, Nikolai Meyer couldn't get a stick on it. Kovac goes shoulder to shoulder there with Nicholas Jensen, and Kovac will carry it out. Kovac will drop it back for Kubalik. Kovac with 2 goals and 5 points in this championship. Around for Schuster, puts it to the front of the net. Controlled now by the Czech Republic. Flex will turn and spin and fire that one on net, and that got turned aside and cleared back out at center.
You mentioned ice times, and with the bigger ice surface, you can't log as many minutes as you would back in North America, where you could kind of take a bit of a rest as the shift is going on in your own end. Here, you've got to chase a little bit further.
Fleck, another shot, loose puck in front, and a chance there for Schmeichel, and he couldn't drive it through. And an icing call against Denmark.
And the value of Sebastian Dahm in net. Czech Republic working in towards the goaltender. The turnaround opportunity. Fleck's got some wheels on it, but he throws it. Schmeichel, it hits him, and he tries to wrap it in. Morten Poulsen is able to help out by getting his stick into that area, but Dahm being counted on now. Shots are 6 apiece in this hockey game.
Morten Madsen, by the way, with this game today. This is World Championship game number 97 for him. Here's a chance in from the line is Sklenichka, and he wristed that one wide, so Morten Madsen does become the all-time games played leader, as he will surpass Morton Green in that category. A tough day for Morton Green already, and he's trying to do a broadcast
Right.
for Denmark. Nicholas Hart had it, lost it, and Zadina is on it for the Czech Republic. Plays it for Hronek, and he'll snap this around the board. Marcus Lauritsen is after it. Zahorna there as well. Zahorna back in the lineup after missing the last few. New seal at the line. Sebastian Dahm makes the save. Jesper Jensen trying to clear. Zahorna ties him up. And then some size in the battle there with Skransky and Marcus Lauritsen. This gets played back in behind the net. To the short side, Sebastian Dahm there. Skransky trying to get a stick on it. Frederick Storm gets to center ice. He'll dump it in. A couple of Danish League championships for him back in 2010, 2011. Then he went to Malmo for a number of years. And Frederick Storm played in Germany last year. Played around for Matthias Bau. And this cross-ice pass will make its way outside the line. Oliver Lauritsen, the bigger of the two Lauritsen brothers, out there now on defense, and this gets played back in behind the net. Jensen Oval on for Matthias Frome. Frome will send this off the left side boards for Jakobsen, and a bit of a late call, but play is whistled down as Julius Jakobsen looks on. 1-0 Denmark. Sebastian Dahm in nets for Denmark, closing in on 375 minutes played in this tournament. That is number 1. Comes in with a .918 save percentage, .216 goals against average. Terrific numbers in the regular season in Klagenfurt, and terrific numbers in the playoffs with Klagenfurt as they win the championship.
His save percentage got better in the playoffs for his team.
Hito on first, Klanichka. And is this another late offside call?
It is. They're emphatic when they blow the whistle. It just happens a little bit after the play gets into the zone. Denmark's going to leave their top line out there. Julian Jakobsen used to be the centerman on this top line the last couple of games. They've added Alexander True in there between Jensen and Meyer. More size. He gets to the front of the net. Denmark has done a very good job in this game of getting pucks from everywhere towards the front of the net, and then when they bounce around, they seem to get them back towards Rubitz, but he hasn't been very busy in the last couple of minutes.
Jakobsen is over 100 faceoffs taken in this World Championship. This goes off the stick and up into the netting.
Last time these two teams played was in 2016. It was a shootout win by Denmark. Dahm was in net for that, stopped 4 of 5. The goal scorers for Denmark in that 2-1 shootout win: Lars Eller, Nikolai Ehlers, and that man, Nick Jensen.
Jensen with the goal in this game. Musil. This gets dumped in. Dahm will turn to the side. Marcus Lauritsen going in after it. Played back to the blue line for Hronek. He tried to send that one through. It got blocked. And Denmark will control Jensen. Stopped there by Musil. Plays it back for Matthias Lassen. Lassen will bank it off the boards. No one there, and a white jersey as Denmark making a line change, and Hronek will send it on for his Red Wing teammate Zadina. No room for him, and back for David Musil.
It's part of that talk I had before the game about the Czech Republic distributing the puck more instead of trying to do it on their own.
Olsen will get a stick on this, deflected in. Sulak is back for it for the Czech Republic. Sulak on for Spacek, and Spacek will send it down the ice. Spacek, a Czech League championship with Trnich. In fact, drew an assist on what turned out to be the game-winning goal from Jack Rodewald, who is from Calgary. In his first year in Trnich, played Western Hockey League action with Regina and Moose Jaw, 10 NHL games with the Ottawa Senators. Václav Barada is the team of that, or the coach of that team. And he saw Western Hockey League action with Tacoma, and then when they moved to Kelowna. There's a wrap-up on that. Scrambled at the side of the net. Kubalik trying to get a stick on it, and that got taken out of harm's way by Christensen. Lenz trying to work it back out of the corner. He'll get all tied up there, and a puck battle ensues. Frederick Storm trying to drive it out, could not. A stick left there, so unable to clear it was Nicholas Jensen. And now finally this will get sent out at center ice by Jesper Jensen. Cloak back into his own end. Philip Hedl, nice move around Lassen. Hedl with the shot. And Sebastian Dahm makes it look easy. Smothers that on the short side and hangs on. 5:38 to go. Face-off at the Denmark end of the ice. No score between USA and Germany. Over in the other rink, Sweden and Russia. Our second game of the day in this building, the Olympic Sports Arena. Sweden in a must-win situation. Russia will have some new faces in the lineup, as Dmitry Orlov and Vladislav Tarasenko will join the Russian team. Grana will play this back to the blue line. Hronek looking for a lane, fires it. That got blocked, and before it got to Sebastian Dahm. And on it now is Matthias Fromm. Plays it back into his own zone. Lifted up at center and back to the Czech Republic line. Sulak couldn't handle it. A chance now in the high slot. Jakobsen with the shot. And that got blocked as he took the pass from Nikolai Meyer. Kubalik knocked Lassen down, and the puck ends up in behind the Czech Republic net for Sulak.
And the Czechs have had the puck more in the last 4 or 5 minutes, as Denmark is content getting it out and then changing their lines and getting into a defensive structure.
Kovac will send it in. Grabbed off by Alexander True. 6'5" and 200 pounds for Alexander True, and he wires that one from the near side, and it went wide.
He had 19 games with the San Jose Sharks this past season, 5 helpers.
Kubalik carries in, tried to snap that, and goes off the leg wide, centered back out front. Kovac on it. He'll throw it cross ice, and a good defensive play there as Christensen got a stick to deflect that away. Nikolai Meyer will send the backhander in, turn head to the bench on the change, and Sklenichka will go back for it. to the red line, tried to flip it in. This gets punched back out by Nicholas Jensen. And now taken by Cloak. Cloak on for Schmeichel, he'll send it in. Off the backboards, race for the loose puck. Fleck is after it. Try to get it back to the blue line. And this will get played out at center, and Sklenichka will turn back for the Czech Republic. Plays it on for Cloak. Cloak tried to get it deep. Olsen blocked it. Second try does get deep. Hansel is after it. Hansel puts it in behind the net. And Jensen Obo is there to send it up to Nicholas Hart. He'll deflect it out.
It's going to be real important for the Czech Republic because of Denmark backing off in the neutral zone and then trying to steer towards the boards to get the puck deep and get after it. That's not deep enough. And Denmark will continue to throw it out. They won't over chase. They'll try to steer you towards the boards and then try to win some board battles. Czech Republic, they'll need their third man to be into these sorts of battles a little bit closer.
So Denmark basically changed its attack once it got the first goal.
Very apparent, yeah.
Because they were way more aggressive in the offensive zone earlier in this game, and then once they got the lead,
they're comfortable in one-goal games, whether up one or down one. They just haven't been up one a lot early in hockey games. And they'll completely rely on their goaltender if there are any grade A scoring chances. Otherwise, they'll just defend.
Started this tournament with their first ever win against Sweden in World Championship play. 4-3 was the final there. Then lost to Switzerland 1-0 in a game where they just could not get any offense going. They were outshot 30-4. And then came back with an overtime win over Great Britain. Marcus Lauritsen had the overtime winner in that game. Then they lost 3-0 to Russia. And a big win over Belarus. And then lost 2-0 to Slovakia.
Yeah, the theme there is win a game, get shut out. Win a game, get shut out, repeat.
Sulak lets the shot go, and that got deflected, and Dom got enough of it. Taken on the far side. Matthias Lassen trying to wrap his man up. Play goes on. Puck gets dropped back for Vrana, and he'll send it wide. Jacob Vrana plays it around the boards. Matthias Bau is there. Lassen is after it. Vrana's after him. Kept in at the line by Hronek. Pressure here into the final minute of period number 1 by the Czech Republic, and now a penalty coming to Denmark. Centered out front, and unable to get a clean whack at that was Vrana, but the Czech Republic will go to the power play.
Defending for over a minute in your own zone leads to tired legs and maybe some cheating. Lassen has got the stick in. And he is going to go to the penalty box. Sulak trying to improve his angle. And off the glove of Dom as he's going down. The puck goes up and over. Here's Kubalik to the forehand. Off Dom off the post. Dom gets in the way of a lot of things.
Zadina trying to play this back to the blue line. Kovac cross ice. Kubalik, a quick shot. That's the setup they want. Zadina. Hronek back for Zadina. To the front of the net, a redirect there by Kovac. And now Oliver Lauritsen will hammer it down the ice. Czech Republic power play, second best in this World Championship at 38.4%. 5 for 13 with the man advantage. Denmark's penalty kill, 81%. Only the 12th time in this championship that Denmark has been shorthanded. That is second best. Finland's number 1. Only 8 penalties to kill. Zadina plays it to the goal line, centered out front. Rebound back for Zadina, and he put that one out the side of the net. Gets another chance, and that's off a body and just slithers past the post on the far side. And now the horn will go to end the opening period.
All eyes on Sebastian Dom late on the penalty kill. Denmark gets the lead and then hangs on for the rest of that first period.
Shots 11-6 in favor of the Czech Republic. But Denmark with the only goal on a power play marker from Nicholas Jensen. And a 1-0 lead for Denmark. 20 minutes done here in Riga at the Olympic Sports Arena.
каждый момент приближает тебя к выигрышу. Ближе и ближе. Движение за движением. Касание за касанием. Момент за моментом. И победа у тебя в руках.
Guys, I'm ready.
Hey! That's too many. Cross checks. 3 times, that's too many. Heads up, heads up. Good, good. Hey boys, you both. Do nothing, all right? You got warning, boys. Heads, heads, get up, no puck. Good, along the board, good shit. $15. shots were 13-6, 1 goal in that opening period. Nicholas Jensen on the power play. Marcus Lawrenson picked up his 7th point of this tournament. Matthias Lassen is in the penalty box with 1:05 left to go in his minor penalty. Nick Olsson also had an assist on that power play goal by Denmark. And a 1-0 lead as we get set to start period number 2. Czech Republic stays on the power play.
And you wonder how quickly they'll be able to move the puck around on this fresh ice, as they can certainly whip the puck around. Lots of skill on their top power play unit that starts this second period.
Hronek back in behind his own net. Hronek will send the drop back for Kovac. Kovac will carry it in. Kovac won 4 of 6 faceoffs in that opening period for the Czech Republic. Dominik Kubalik will send it back for Filip Zadina. Zadina controls on the far side. Hronek at the point has it now. 8 minutes and 12 seconds in the opening period for Hronek. Sharp try there by Kovac, turned away by Sebastian Dom. Toe drag, and Dom makes another save, this one off Zadina.
Initially, the Czech Republic set it up almost like a 1-3-1, and then they'll move to have a screen in front of the net. Kovac, 43, provides that. Dom has to look to the left. Nice toe drag move. Just doesn't get up over the shoulder. That's the... You can penetrate the inside and then elevate the puck. That's how you'll have an opportunity to score.
Back to the blue line, intercepted by Alexander True, and he'll play it all the way down the ice. True won 4 of 7 faceoffs in that opening period for Denmark. Marcus Lawrenson played 7 minutes and 23 seconds in that first period, and he's out there now. Stransky on the loose puck. Power play is over. 2 shots on that power play for the Czech Republic. Stransky trying to work it back to the front of the net. Stransky gets all wrapped up. In from the line is Cloak, but Spacek has it. Spacek throws it to the short side. That went wide. Spacek, a Winnipeg Jets draft pick, and today is the 10th anniversary of the Winnipeg Jets officially returning to the National Hockey League. Celebration day at the Forks in Winnipeg. 10 years has gone by in a hurry. As the Jets await the winner of Game 7 between Toronto and Montreal. In across for Lentz, the shot. Dom takes it up high, pops his mask off, and that'll bring about a stoppage in play.
I gotta tell you, Dennis, I enjoyed my time playing for the Winnipeg Jets before they moved on. And one of my fond memories is, of course, when you walk through the concourse after a game towards the parking lot, and at the time, the outside the old arena, you knew if you played well or not, that's for sure. Always in a friendly tone, as Dom will have his mask readjusted. Played on a line with Chris King and Ty Domi. I was the least penalized of the 3, as you can imagine.
I can imagine. I was just going to say, like, that must have been different for you, because you certainly could at the whistle just go right back to the bench, because there was always something going on after the whistle with those 2.
Oh, there certainly was. I you know, at 5'11", 185 pounds, certainly played like I was 6'3", 220 with those 2 guys.
Yeah. Lentz takes this around the net, plays it out to the front. No one there in a Czech Republic jersey, and he gets cleared. Lentz is on it again. He'll leave it for Kovac. For Hronek. Hronek walks in. That shot doesn't get to the net. A loose puck at the side. Dom jams it away. Frederick Storm trying to clear. Kovac goes down. And Storm on the puck sends it ahead just beyond the reach against an oboe. And Hronek will put it back for Kovac off of his stick. Kubalik is on it, plays it back down low for Kovac. Jensen Obo trying to clear. Fleck has it up top, lets it go, and just off the blocker of Sebastian Dom. Schmeichel, and that's off the blocker of Dom into the far side. Czech Republic with some momentum here in the second period, starting with that man advantage. Schmeichel in the corner. Pass gets dropped off. Hansel's on it. Hansel, the best face-off taker for the Czech Republic, 62.3%. His success rate coming into this game.
Denmark is so patient in their D-zone coverage. Their forwards stay high enough that it's hard for the Czech Republic to use their D. So it's up to the forwards to cut to the net once they get the puck, especially from the goal line.
Credit to Denmark. It's not easy playing when you're defending all the time. There's a shot that got blocked, and the schedule maker did not do them any favors. It's 7 games in 10 days for Denmark from when they started to when they will finish here today. This is the final game of the preliminary round for Denmark. Czech Republic will have one more tomorrow against Slovakia. Bow will carry this one in for Denmark. Bow puts this in behind the net, and Rubitz, who has not been very busy, will come out, but then he will just leave it there for Cloak. Cloak will send it on for Jacob Vrana. Vrana chases this down, sends it on for Philip Hedl. Hedl at the line for Sklenichka, near side Cloak. Cloak back for Sklenichka, and it got away from him.
Again, the forwards for Denmark so high, that pass has to be hard and has to be handled clean, and if not, then it's going to stutter your ability to stay in zone.
Lucas Cloak, the game winner against Sweden, will send this back, and this will be an icing call against Denmark.
The Danes really test your patience and your frustration level as an offensively gifted team. Czech Republic probably believe they should be able to pile up goals, but it starts with Sebastian Dom in net and then a buy into a defensive system. And what the Czechs have been doing and will continue to do in the second period, because their forwards are able to change right in zone, they'll keep the play alive and then filter in a fresh forward from that gate that's in their offensive zone, as Dom's going to hold on to this. So as this period goes on, Denmark's going to have longer and longer shifts in their own zone, and they're going to have to make sure they don't take those penalties that are associated with fatigue.
Captain of the Czech Republic team, Jan Kovac. This is the 9th World Championship for Sebastian Dom. Played in the OHL from 2005 to 2008, and then bounced around the AHL, the IIHL, the ECHL, and then returned to Europe in 2011.
Yeah, Belleville, Sarnia went to an OHL championship with Sudbury in 07, while off to the Plymouth Whalers, and finished off in Niagara. Nikolai
Myers waits for this to get inside the Czech Republic zone. He tried to work that out front, comes back at the line. Christensen will play it back down low. Meyer plays it around for Alexander True. He'll let it go to Nick Jensen. Jensen, the goal getter in this game, puts it at the line for Nick Jensen, and he'll send it back down low. Taken by Meyer, centered, and grabbed off by Lentz. On for Kovac, and Kovac through for Kubalik. And Hronek dragged the back leg, but according to the linesman, the leg was not long enough.
Czech Republic lost one of their more important defensemen in the opening game against Russia, Andrei Vitashek. Broken ribs for him. But with the skill that they have up front, Tadina, Vrana, Kubalik, Kovac, I think that they find a way to have some chemistry, but it's so hard against Denmark. I mean, you can see they don't like to chase. They'll just back up.
This gets set in. Sebastian Dom turns it aside, taken by Vrana. Vrana being watched by Jesper Jensen. On for Seakac, the former Montreal Canadian. Played back in behind the net. Jesper Jensen is on it again. He gets pressured by Vrana. And now Matthias Lassen will find some room. On for Jesper Jensen. Jensen will drive it to the line with Fredrik Storm. Storm will turn against the checking of Sulak. Shot from the line got blocked. Rebound for Lauritsen. And a save made by Rubitz. Oliver Lauritsen, the former Philadelphia Flyer, will play it in behind the net. Sulak is there. He'll play it near side. This will get played up the boards. And Schuster will send it up through center. Gathered in there by Hedl, and he'll play it around the boards for Schmeichel. Schmeichel gets tied up. Schmeichel trying to work it back out front. Christensen keeps an eye on him. Centered in front, poked away before Fleck could shoot it. And Sklenicka will chase this back into his own end.
That's a good play by Fleck. He was posted up in front of the net and then just popped out to the top of the slot to get that pass, but shot didn't get through.
Jakobsen trying to clear. Schmeiko's going to hold this in. And then Jakobsen on it again. Jams it ahead for Matthias Bau. And on it goes for Anderson. Puts on the brakes, lets the long shot go. Blockered away by Hrubitz. Rare shift for Nicholas Anderson, the former Spokane Chief, and now offside. Gets called at the line. 1-0 Denmark. .39 left to go here in the second period. And Musil, the son of František Musil, nephew of Bobby Holik. He was born in Canada, spent some time in the Western Hockey League. This gets spun around the boards. Morten Paulsen out with Morten Madsen, two of the veterans here for this Denmark squad. Olsen is out there with him. Olsen had an assist on that power play goal. It came in the opening period. The only marker of this game. Musil gets wrapped up in the corner. Spacek is on it. Spacek trying to work it free. Matthias Lassen picks up the chase. Stransky is on it. And this will get shoveled down the boards by Morten Madsen. Hronek is back for it. Hronek will play it cross ice. Fleck throws it to the front of the net. Return pass in tight. Kubalik. And Sebastian Dom makes another big stop.
Left pad, just wonderful reaction time. Nice entry into the zone by Hronek. Whips it across, gets it back, spins around to the front of the net. And Kubalik has to get it to the forehand, tries to go low glove, and the toe is already out there of Sebastian Dom. The creativity of Hronek creates that chance. Sedina thought it was coming to him, but Kubalik gets there first. Can't add to his goal-scoring totals there.
Kubalik, a couple of good tournaments here for the Czech Republic. Had terrific numbers last year. 2 goals and 5 points this year. 6 goals and 12 points last year. But that Czech Republic team last year was an offensive machine with Voracek 16 points. That set a single tournament record for the Czech Republic. Frolik had 7 goals. Second with Yevgeny Dadonov behind Mark Stone in that 2019 tournament. This will be an icing call. And face-off will come all the way back.
Kubalik, read the mindset there. Got to keep pushing. And I like the way that the Czech Republic have played. They're going to have to win board battles in the offensive zone. They're going to have to drive to the net and have somebody hang off them, and either a penalty gets called or they get a scoring chance. They're going to redo this face-off here. Things just didn't work out for them. They're in this position where they get to play tomorrow still against Slovakia, a border battle. But they lost in their opener against Russia 4-3. It's a 3-3 tie late in the hockey game. And the Mikhail Grigorenko scored with 19 seconds left to take the win. The whole building thought it was going to overtime except for Provorov and Grigorenko, who teamed up for that goal. And they never recovered against the Swiss, losing 5-2. So 2 games in, and the Czech Republic is 0-2.
Thomas Zohorna back in the lineup, plays it to the corner. Vrana controls it for the Czech Republic. Vrana being watched there by Jensen Obo, the captain of Denmark. Vrana, and that shot goes off the shaft of Obo's stick. Battle in behind the net, comes loose. Played back to the blue line by Hronek, then he'll get it back. He'll dish it off. And in a little too tight to shoot it was Vrana. He'll play it for Sikac. Sikac works it into the slot, picked off there by Nicholas Jensen. And he'll bounce it back down the ice.
Vrana did all the right things. Initially held the puck along the wall on the right wing, then made it to the top of the slot, but his shot was blocked. Then he got the puck back after disappearing and reappearing as this will go down for an icing. And then he hesitated and didn't shoot. And once he curled away, that took off the pressure for the Czech Republic in front of the net. Hronek has been stuck out there for a while, but he's going to play a ton. And the longer this game stays 1-0 Denmark or close, Hronek is going to get a lot of ice time.
His defense partner, David Musiela, +4. Leads the Czech Republic in ± coming into this game. Sharp angle try, that's off the side of the net from Nicholas Jensen. Christensen is at the line. Christensen pulls up, spins it back in behind the net. Nicholas Hart jams it up the boards, cleared to the blue line. This will get played all the way back down by Nicholas B. Jensen. Jesper Jensen had his stick lifted in behind the net. Schmeichel's after it. Christensen is in from the line. Back it goes to Frederick Storm. He'll wire that one. That gets turned aside by Hrubitz. Now some offensive zone time for Denmark. Anderson had it get away from him. Tracks it down against Musiel. Czech Republic in need of a change. And now taken and flipped by Hansel all the way down the ice. They will get the change in.
There's a big difference in ice quality. In the Czech offensive zone, it's all marked up, snow building and everything. You look at the Czech Republic defensive end, there's still patches of ice that haven't been skated on.
Matthias Bau going after it. He went down for a spill. And the puck onto the stick of Cloak and back for Zadina. Zadina plays it cross ice. Sklenichka back for Zadina. Up top for Spacek. Spacek back for Sklenichka. Tight quarters in that Denmark end of the ice. As Jakobsen tries to stay with Sklenichka and does. And Sklenichka still trying to find some room. Spacek looking for the return pass. Spacek cross ice, and it was just tipped before it got to Stransky, or he had the open side.
The rolling puck. Great formation to get it to the front of the net, and no shot on net.
Sebastian Dahm will stop this, and with Stransky on his doorstep, Sebastian Dahm is going to hang on to it. 8 minutes left to go in period number 2. Nothing here for Denmark. USA and Germany still scoreless into the second period of that one. Germany with 9 points, USA with 12, so a regulation win. And Germany moves into a tie with Team USA. And the linesman feeling that the puck was not dropped fairly, they'll do it all over again. We've had some late whistles from the linesmen in this game. They were all the way up at the red line.
A 3-on-2 forming there.
I think he just didn't want to chase the play. No, we're kidding. This one is grabbed off by Olofsson. Norway and Kazakhstan, the second game in that building, and that will be the final game of the preliminary round for both of those teams. Sweden and Russia, our second game here. That'll be it for Sweden. Russia will play tomorrow against Belarus. Czech Republic back in on the attack. Kubalik gives his man a bump, the puck around to the right point for Schuster. Andre Schuster will take the drop pass there from Kovac. Tried to get it back for Lentz. He couldn't do anything with it. Kovac to the far side gets wrapped up by Nicholas Jensen. Spinning and firing it back down low is Lentz. And Kubalik is after it. Jensen, Obo watching Kubalik. And now Nicholas Jensen will pick up the chase. Put back in behind the net, Kovac. Plays it back at the line, Lentz. Watched by Morten Madsen. Plays it down low. This gets away from Kubalik. And will get played off the boards to center, and Hedl right back in. Philip Hedl across the line. He'll drop it back. And the shot by Seacatch goes up and out of play. And now Hedl bowls over Sebastian Dahm.
Referee was watching the traffic come to the front of the net. No call. Two quick passes. This is going to go off the toe of the stick of Lauritsen, the defenseman, right in the front of the net. Stransky can collect this pass that comes across. Stransky in top 5 in scoring in the Czech Extra League this past season.
It is a game of inches.
Well,
if Lauritsen has the stick flat, that may result in a goal, but because he's got the tip of the stick up.
The Czech Republic are going to feel like they're working harder than they have to just to get something in this game. As over at the Denmark bench, there's a conversation. Heinz Ehlers, his assistant coach is Jens Nielsen. And if you take all the World Championship games that Jens Nielsen has played from other levels, not just the top level, he is the all-time leading scorer for Denmark. And second is Heinz Ehlers. So those two know each other very, very well. That's when you take the Division 1A, Division B, Division C.
Blocker save on the short side off the stick of Philip Hronek. And Alexander True on the loose puck. He'll alley-oop it back into the Czech Republic zone. Libor Hayek back for it. Hayek taken to the backboards by Meyer, and it's up at center. Hronek will join the attack. He'll drop it back for Vrana. Vrana to the front of the net off the stick of Alexander True. And again, some traffic around Sebastian Dahm.
Seacatch went right towards the net, and Pius Lassen, who has the puck there and gave it away to his D partner, took him to that sliding position at the front of the net.
Lauritsen for True. Slap shot went wide. True is after it. Puck bounces around, plays it back at the line. Jensen Obo sends it deep, but he sends it high, and it's up and down the play. 5:50 left to go, second period, 1-0 Denmark. talk about tomorrow's game, Czech Republic against Slovakia. That, of course, the split came January 1st, 1993. In the next 2 years, Czech Republic finished 7th and then 4th. Penalty coming up here to Denmark. And then the Czech Republic went on a 6-year run, 4 gold, 2 bronze. So a penalty coming to Denmark, and Jensen Obo does not like this call at all.
Yeah, he knocked the helmet off of Jakob Fleck as he was battling for the puck. The left hand gets up, and when he's kind of shooing him away, it knocks the helmet off. That is a penalty in IIHF rules. That's what Heinz Ehlers thinks about it. The Czech Republic have a power play.
Yeah, the little smirk from Coach Ehlers. Brodek lays it down as the power play for the Czech Republic goes to work. Zadina sets it up. They like that cross-ice pass. The seam looking for Kubalik, but this gets intercepted. Morten Madsen, short-handed, fired that one way wide. Round the bench it goes. They were in the middle of a change, and Oliver Lords, and I think from about 3 feet out, just dove into the Denmark bench. Shot by Kubalik, Sebastian Dahm the save, and the rebound cleared down the ice by Morten Paulsen.
He was caught by the players on the bench and the coach that's behind him and the trainer as well.
That's a big man to come flying in there at 6'6" and 205. Kovac plays it around the boards. Nicholas B. Jensen gets taken down. The puck is somewhere in that pile. Alexander True trying to work over Kovac.
Kubalik's got to get closer to this if it pops out.
Now it does pop out, and it gets away from Kubalik. You spoke 2 seconds too late.
And he reacted half a second too late as well. And he's a foot and a half in. That's on his stick. And
he had nothing but room.
Right.
Down the ice it goes, and now Oliver Lorentsen will come back out. No worse for wear. Jacob Brana of the Detroit Red Wings, formerly the Washington Capitals, on for spot check and back for Vrana. For Hedl. And then it's pressured at the line by Nicholas Hart. And that'll do it. One shot as Jensen Obo is out of the penalty box. Stransky, forehand to the short side, and Sebastian Dahm just casually comes across and shuts it down.
Kubalik had an opportunity earlier in the hockey game, throwing it to the front of the net. Nobody capitalized on that. Then he gets to his forehand there off the glove hand. Another one that doesn't go past the left pad, and the one-timer that Dahm stops and tries to swat.
Denmark would love to win this in regulation, jump up to 11 points, and at least temporarily move into a quarterfinal spot that is occupied right now by Sweden. And then that would mean Sweden's going to have to win anyway, because one of these teams will get ahead of Sweden in the standings. There's a chance for Fleck. Sebastian Dahm, the great save, and the rebound cleared away from Fleck. Brodek at the line. Brodek lets it go. Right foot save there by Nicholas Jensen. And he'll make his way back to the Denmark bench.
Taken after his goaltender, Jakob Fleck, who's got a couple of goals and can really skate. He and Hansel were going in, and Dahm made another nice save.
Back in across the line for Kubalik. Pitched it to the boards, no one there. Hansel will track it down though. Marcus Lorentsen is on it, takes a look, sends it around the boards. Matthias Bau trying to clear. He'll get a second try, will get this one out the center. And now Kubalik will play it back in. Sklenichka with the shot, and off a stick and up and down a play.
Stretch pass, the tip. Jakob Fleck gets it after Hansel gives him a little deflection here. The wonderful stop, first of all, by Dom. And Fleck keeps going. Can't track this down and get enough on it. And bodies flying to help stop the puck going towards Sebastian Dom.
So Dom not only with the save, but still able to maintain his composure and balance, and a little poke check there on Fleck.
Dom's quite active with his stick. After he makes the save, he's still able to have the wherewithal to have that stick, the right hand, kind of flail about and knock pucks away if they are up in the air or somewhere near the blue paint.
Every year when you come to this world championship, you know there's going to be certain performances that you're going to talk about. And Sebastian Dom is one of those. This Denmark team is another, with Morten Madsen and Morten Paulsen and the Jensens and Jensen Obo, and they compete.
Well, last year, albeit in mostly a losing cause, Ben Bounds put his name in 2019 for people to recognize how a goaltender could keep a kind of overmatched team in things, and of course they were able to win in overtime in their final game against France, and Great Britain stays up at the top grouping, and of course there's no regulation this year, or relegation, so all these teams will be back next year.
Teams like Canada, the United States, Czech Republic, Slovakia, Russia, their roster changes so much because of the NHL situation. That's not the case for certain teams, and Great Britain is one, Denmark's another, where the majority of the players are back year after year. Yes, there's some changes with Frans Nielsen, Nikolai Ehlers. There's another block, and it's up for Morten Madsen. Madsen will lumber his way into the Czech Republic zone, jams it into the corner. And Denmark 50 seconds away from getting 40 minutes done and going to the dressing room with a lead, and now there's a penalty coming up on the play. Out of all of that, there's a cross-checking call coming, and it's going to go to the Czech Republic as Philipp Passan looks on, his first year behind the bench for the Czech Republic at the World Championship. Took over from Milos Riha, who passed away in August from complications of COVID. So Passan had to take over the head coaching duties.
That's an unnecessary penalty so late. Spot check to the back of Meyer. Nikolai Meyer goes down, and this will carry over unless Denmark finds a way to score in the final 46 seconds.
Denmark 1 for 1 on the power play, with a power play marker from Niklas Jensen. As he moves into a tie for the goal-scoring lead in the tournament. This one gets away from Marcus Lorentzen. Marcus Lorentzen had an assist on that. He leads all defensemen in scoring. Niklas Jensen, who has the puck now, moved into a single tournament tie for Denmark with 8 points. That ties him with Morten Green. Nikolai Meyer plays it back for Marcus Lorentzen. Lorentzen down for Meyer. Meyer will take this in behind the Czech Republic net, plays it for Jensen. Niklas Jensen walks it to the middle of the ice, drops it back for Meyer. Meyer tees it up and ripped it high glove side over top the net. Jensen wires it, save made by Hrubits at the buzzer through all sorts of traffic, and that found the net. So Hrubits, who was not busy, forced to make a big stop.
Tail end, and Jensen wants to get it towards the net and almost sneaks one past the goalie to pad their lead.
40 minutes done. Denmark will start the third period on the power play. And the first period goal from Niklas Jensen is the only goal of this game so far.
No hands, no hands. Good, good checking, good. Hey. Don't drop it, boys. Woo! Good. No way, come on. He just skated, he stayed outside. He was outside, he skated, boys. It was not on purpose, hey. That's a different story. Hey, no. Good. No whistle. You got it, it's cross check.
The only goal in this game from Nicholas Jensen on a power play at 3:41 of the opening period. Denmark with 6 shots in the first, 3 in the second. So the shots are 26-9. So you could simply say that you can't continue to play in your own end of the ice as much as they do and win. But every game that Denmark has scored a goal in this tournament, they have won. Their only losses have come in games where they did not get a goal. So try and put that together, Mr. Analyst.
Well, they're a defensive-minded team. They are comfortable in close games, and they have been overwhelmed in some, namely their shutout loss to the Swiss, their shutout loss to the Russians, their shutout loss to the Slovaks. But when they think they're in a game, they play it tight to the vest. As this power play for them doesn't produce very much, but they still have another 45 seconds.
Cleared back, Fleck up there on the penalty kill along with Hansel. Hansel breaks it up, puts it back into his own zone, and Andre Schuster trying to clear it down the ice, puts it into one of the benches, and we'll get a stoppage.
Ehlers hasn't made many adjustments to his lines during this game. He is confident with his defensive pairings, and his team just shows so much resiliency in games. They don't chase the game.
Czech Republic was down 2-0 against Sweden after 2 periods of play. Got 4 unanswered in the third. But that one started with a third period power play. Christensen lets that one go. Save made. Rubitz. Jesper Jensen trying to come up with a loose puck. Can't. Robin Hansel will send it back down the ice, and Sebastian Dahm will leave it for Jensen Obo. Marcus Lawrenson, 17 minutes and 9 seconds of ice time. But get this, Philip Hronek was over 20 minutes of ice time for 2 periods of play. He was over 12 minutes in that second period.
Yeah, a couple of power plays that dropped him into the second period, and the last 5 minutes of that second period, he's going to play those full.
could get 13, 14, 15 minutes here in the third period if this stays a 1-0 game for Denmark. Olsen all the way back, down low to help out, plays it around. This gets deflected. And another icing call coming against Denmark.
Wasn't it Darnell Nurse in the overtime game that he got?
62 minutes, I think.
Crazy amount of ice time?
62 minutes, I think, is what his ice time ended up being.
I was at the triple overtime game between the Boston Bruins and Edmonton Oilers back, I think it was 87, when Peter Klima scored.
Came off the bench to win it.
Yep. And Ray Bourque, and this is before they tracked the ice time like they do now, but he must have played 60-plus minutes in that game, and I think Klima might have played 17.
Good bench, yeah.
He did. He got benched for the entire overtime, and then all of a sudden this bouncing puck and this funny tape job, you know, the barber stick with the white tape on Peter Klima's stick and the Jofa helmet. It's the game winner for the Oilers. I was going to Boston University at the time, and I was friends with Joe Murphy, who I played minor hockey with. And Joe was a first-round selection to the Detroit Red Wings, and moved on to Edmonton, part of the kid line with Kelly Buchberger.
Hayek will send this around the boards into the Denmark zone, bounces back at the line. Hronek trying to chop it deep, can't. And Matthias Bau will get this at center and send it in. Jesper Jensen going in after it, and Hrubitz will play it away. Climbs the glass and goes out. So not a penalty, but the faceoff will stay in the Czech Republic zone to the left of Simon Hrubitz.
See if Coach Philip Masson alters his lines after that penalty kill. He had changed his top line coming into this game. He had taken Zadina away from Kubalik and Kovac, added Radim Lentz. So keep an eye to see. Lentz is out there now with Stransky and Zohorna. My feeling is he's going to load up with his NHL tenured players.
It's not a must-win for Czech Republic. They do play again tomorrow. But I'm not sure you want to leave it now the way he must win in the one game, but that's the situation that faces Denmark right now. That's the situation that'll face Sweden in our second game against Russia. Oliver Lauritsen sends it down for Alexander True. True gets tied up there with Sulak. Puck around the boards. Jensen Obo's first on it. Gets to the forehand. Sails it through traffic. Blocked by Sulak. Second chance in front by Meyer. And he put that one over top the net. Nicholas Jensen back for Lauritsen for Jensen Obo. Off a stick and a chop from the short side there by Meyer, and he put it wide. Meyer's on it again. Plays it back for Frederick Storm. That went through some traffic. Nikolai Meyer in the corner for Denmark. Up top, back for Nicholas B. Jensen. He'll play it in behind the net, grabbed off by Sulak. And Sulak will send it ahead for Lentz. Lentz will find a little bit of room. Lets the long shot go off a stick and wide. Libor Hayek in from the line. Hayek to the backhand. Little stutter step, drops it back for Hronek. The shot wide, and Sebastian off the backboards clears it away. Back for Libor Hayek. Hansel filling in at the left point for him. Hayek trying to find a lane to the net. Jesper Jensen stays right with him, knifes it wide. This gets played in behind the net. Short side try, Hronek, as he tried to jam it. Up to center to the line, and Jesper Jensen will send it in. And Hrubitz will send Zadina away. Marcus Lauritsen into the corner boards along with Kovac. Gets it up for Morten Paulson. Paulson will bounce it up at center. Olsen will get it inside the Czech Republic line. And Skleníčka will start back. David Skleníčka, one full year in Laval. Started the second year there and then came back to the KHL with Jokerit. And he'll track this down in his own end.
They put Varana out with Kovac and Kubalik. Zadina played half the shift. He hopped off, and then Varana got out there. So they're trying to get all the NHL guys together.
Cloak will send this up, and it's cleared in by Kovac. Jensenovo played it around the boards, but a good defensive read there, and it gets trapped by Kovac. Kovac centers out the near side. And Vrana with the opportunity, bounces to the line. Kovac, Kubalik, and Kubalik ripped it high and wide. Sklenicka back for Klok. Klok for Kubalik. Kubalik will send it for Hedel. That shot doesn't get to the net. Back to Hedel. Backdoor score. Philip Hedel to Dominic Kubalik. And 5:23 into the third period, the Czech Republic finally solves Sebastian Dom.
Philip Hassan, the coaching changes to his lines, and it comes up big for him. The easy thing is put the NHLers together, but they combine for this goal here. Across the front of the net, Kubalik, the finish. Dom can't get across in time. It's not cleared as Hedel gets it just above the blue paint and out of the reach of Nicholas Anderson, number 10. Dom moving from left to right, but can't get back to left. And 1-1. Czech Republic finally break through.
Third of the World Championship for Dominic Kubalik, who had 6 last year, or 2 years ago, the last World Championship. And a 1-1 tie here in the third period. Stransky on for Zadorna. Thomas Zahorna takes this wide, trying to get it to the front of the net. Does! Lets the shot go, and that one over top the net. Sebastian Dom has lost his goal stick, trying to retrieve it with Lenz right on his doorstep. Played back to the blue line for Musil. Musil trying to dish it off, can't. And now Meyer will carry it out. On for Alexander True, off a stick, cross ice. Nicholas Jensen trying to find it in the corner, can't. And Stransky will play it back in behind his own net for Sulak. Libor Hayek misfires on his first pass attempt, gets the second one through, and Hamza will deflect it in. Sebastian Dom deflects it away. Great defensive play there as Marcus Lordson knocked Fleck off the puck and then starts the attack up the ice for Denmark. Oliver Lordson breaks this one up at center. Still 1-0 USA leading Germany. Canada will keep an eye on that one. Canada does not play today, part of triple header Tuesday. Tomorrow to wrap up the preliminary round, we're going to get another racing call here against Denmark.
I'm going to apologize to Oilers fans. You can save your tweets. The kid line was Joe Murphy, Martin Jelena, and Adam Graves. Pardon me for putting the wrong player on that trio. There's the pass in front and the finish from Kubalik. Boy, he didn't tap that in, Dennis. He hammered it in.
He wasn't going to give Sebastian Dom the opportunity to slide back over because he's seen that too many times from the Denmark netminder. So Denmark tried to play that defensive style, and they got it after they got the lead at 3:41 of the first period. Did not muster much of an offensive attack. And then here early in the third period, 5:23 in, Dominic Kubalik finds the back of the net to tie this game up 1-1. Hedel and Vrana with the assists on the goal.
An NHL pedigree goal.
Kubalik, Kovac on for Vrana. Vrana trying to get it to the front of the net, can't, and it's around for Morten Paulson. Paulson got squeezed out before he could get to the loose puck by Klok. Klok has it. Lukas Klok, who has a game winner for Czech Republic in this tournament, dishes it off for Sklenicka. He'll get rubbed out. Olsen trying to come up with the puck. And Sklenicka got tied up. Klok at the line will send it right back down in behind the net. And they're going to say that this came out on the near side. An offside called against the Czech Republic. 1-1 here in the third. Nicholas Jensen in the first. Dominic Kubalik here in the third. In between that, some terrific goaltending, especially from Sebastian Dom. And a 1-1 tie here in the third period. Heedle plays it back at the line. Sulak slap shot went wide. Musil jams it back down low. Marcus Lauritsen couldn't get a stick on it. Seakac will play it back down low. David Musil jumps in from the line, but Nicholas Anderson jumps on it for Denmark. Tries to swing it out of his own zone, can't. And then he'll get some help. And it gets put back in behind the net. And a change now coming for the Czech Republic. Up through center for Nikolai Meyer. He'll float this cross ice. Nicholas Jensen goes after it. Musil's pass intercepted by Alexander True. And Nicholas Jensen tried to get it back to the line to Oliver Lauritsen, but it got deflected out. Put right back in by Jensen Obo, the captain of Denmark. Nikolai Meyer ties it up on the near side boards along with Robin Hansel. Alexander True tries to work it free. Oliver Lauritsen trying to hold the line, can't. And Jensen Obo will get to the puck ahead of Schmeichel. Yuri Schmeichel with 1 goal in this tournament, giving chase, and now he'll turn and head back to the Czech Republic bench, and they'll get the line change in. Jesper Jensen on for Fredrik Storm. Storm trying to get it back to Jensen, blocked by Libor Hayek. And Stransky right back up the ice for the Czech Republic. Stransky to the line, trying to send it through for Zahorna. And that gets intercepted, and Jesper Jensen in behind his own net, delayed offside here against the Czech Republic, and Jesper Jensen will carry it out, finds some room, gets forced to the backhand, leaves it there for Christensen, didn't get much on the shot, and it went wide. Wrapped up in the corner. Tias Lassen is in from the line, but it ends up on the stick of Hronek. He'll chip it in, goes in after it. Hronek has been a horse for the Czech Republic throughout this tournament. Has it again. Been a horse for the Detroit Red Wings as well. Kubalik chases this puck down. He'll leave it there for Sklenichka. Hronek. He'll dish it off. Kovac plays it into the slot, gets it back, tried to go cross ice, and Sebastian Dom comes across and makes a big save on a play that was just a split second late in developing. It stays 1-1. Team USA still leading Germany 1-0. Germany has outshot the United States 28-11. Cal Peterson has been brilliant for Team USA in that game. This game stays 1-1 as we're into the back half of the third period, under 9 to go in regulation. Morten Paulson around the boards. After it is Olsen. He'll get it out the center. Play back for Lucas Cloak. Up the middle looking for Heedle. No room for him and Sklenichka. Back into his own end for Cloak and on for Seakac. To Fleck. Fleck looking back for Seakac. And Nicholas Anderson is there to break it up. Matthias Lassen on the loose puck. Plays it around, and big Matthias Bau will chase it down. Sends it up at center. After it is Jakobsen in front of the net. What a save for Rubitz off of Nicholas Anderson. Point blank range, and the left pad got down. Anderson after it behind, gets away from Cloak. Goes to the forehand, throws it to the front of the net. And Zahorn is there to grab it off.
That scoring chance came out of nowhere. And Rubitz, who hasn't been busy at all in this period, is forced to make a huge save right in front of the net.
His first save of the period. Nikolai Meyer lets the shot go. That doesn't get to the net. Nicholas Jensen trying to trap it behind the Czech Republic net, lost his stick. Schuster plays it up for Stransky. Stransky in a battle there with Alexander True. Stransky does get it outside the line, but now right back in for Meyer. For Jensen, Nicholas Jensen. Stripped of the puck there by Sulak. And back for Schuster. And he'll send it down the ice. Chip to the near corner. Nicholas Jensen battles his way out of the corner. And Hronek back into his own zone with under 7 left to go in a 1-1 tie. Cleared back in for Kovac, try to get it to the front of the net. Hronek is on it. Rolling puck went wide, short side. And Jesper Jensen on the loose puck. He overskated it. Brana plays it back, centering pass, no one there. And grabbed off by Nicholas Hart. Hart with the left wing pass. Jesper Jensen going after with Hronek. Libor Hayek will take it behind his own net. Plays it on for Kovac. Through for Vrana. Kovac waits for it in the far corner. Czech Republic in a line change. Kovac all tied up there with Matthias Lassen. Short side try for Vrana. Kept in at the line by Cloak. On for Sklenichka. He'll dance his way around. Takes it behind the net. Plays it back. On the line change. Hansel let the shot go. Comes back for Sklenichka. Looking for the tip. And it never did get to Hansel.
Boy, Denmark just does not get rattled. The play as it heats up in their own zone, and they all continue to stay with the guy they're supposed to be. Get that stick in the shooting lane. Czech Republic just keep coming after them, and Denmark just keeps thwarting them.
This will be an icing call against Denmark, and the face-off will come back. Single point for either of these teams will move them into a tie with Sweden, but the winning team will jump into that 4 spot for now.
There's Jakobsen jumping around, getting the puck to Anderson, and that left pad comes out at the right time, and then Matthias Bau isn't able to redirect it as Johan Garpenloff and the Swedish contingent look on. They'll take on Russia in what will be a real tough game for them. They'll have their hands full with a Russian team that is just getting better as the tournament goes on.
We expect Orlov and Tarasenko in the lineup for Russia. No Bobrovsky yet, as he was a little bit later arriving than the other two.
Tarasenko will wear number 91, Orlov number 7 for Russia when that team plays. ROC.
Heinz Ehlers, the coach of Denmark, looks on with 5:23 to go in regulation. Christensen plays it around the boards. Christensen looked like he may have got a high stick, or else tried to sell that to the referee, but Kubalik was in the vicinity. Oliver Lauritsen will send this back in behind the net, and Jan Kovac will take it for the Czech Republic. Sends it through for Vrana. Back for Kovac. Takes it wide. Kovac centers. Quick shot by Kubalik. Back at the line. Kept in by Hayek. He lifted that shot wide. Back to the near side. Nicholas Jensen going after it. And it's grabbed off by Oliver Lauritsen. On for Nick Jensen. Cuts to the middle of the ice. Looking for a shot. Fires it off a stick high. Nikolai Meyer on it. Works it back to the high slot. Tried to dance his way through. Stripped to the puck. Vrana on a breakaway. Save made Sebastian Dom.
Boy, just stared him down. Vrana tried to be a little bit sneaky and flip this one as the Danes come in offside, and that's the best scoring chance turned aside by Sebastian Dom.
Another big stop by Sebastian Dom as Nikolai Meyer turned that over at the Czech Republic blue line. And Jacob Vrana was off to the races.
Thought he was going to try to fake the shot, move it to his backhand. We've seen how well that Sebastian Dom has been able to get the pads down, so you really do have to elevate it if you get him down. But Vrana elected to try to flip it up over the blocker.
So a couple of big saves here in the past few moments by both netminders to keep this 1-1.
Vrana at the blue line strips Meyer of it, and he's off and gone. But he's got his head down the whole time. He is not looking where he's shooting. You want to take a peek, see where the holes are. And Sebastian Dom just read that wonderfully.
Vrana right back out. Kubalik and Kovac. Face-off win by Kovac and ripped over top the net by Dominik Kubalik. Out to center ice. And now Denmark trying to get some kind of an attack going here with 3.5 to go. Never did get to Jesper Jensen. He'll head to the bench on the change, and Kovac will carry it right back in. Takes it wide on Christensen. Curls to the forehand. Watched by Nicholas Jensen. Gets it in for Vrana. Shot blocked. Comes loose, and Morten Paulsen's on it. Paulsen flips it ahead, trying to spring Jakobsen. Rodick is back for it. Plays it behind his own net for Libor Hayek. Rodick up for Dominik Kubalik, and he'll deflect it. Make sure it gets outside of the Czech Republic zone.
Czech Republic have gone down to 3 lines.
Zadina back out there now, along with Stransky and Hansel. Shot to the short side. Rubitz punches that away. Played up back to the line. Lauritsen sends it back in behind the net. Alexander True gets wrapped up there with Sklenichka. Puck is still loose. Jensen Obo hustles to the far side board, puts it back in behind the net. And now taken by Olsson.
High sticking call behind the play. Wow. So Jesper Jensen Obo, the captain, putting his team in a dangerous position. At the tail end of the wraparound, he kept his stick up high into the visor of the Czech player, right near the bench. This Czech power play can be a difference maker here.
Well, I don't think the Danes are that happy with that call. As Czech Republic will now go to the power play here with 2:09 to go and a chance to put this thing away perhaps with a power play tally. Vrana Tees it up, goes cross ice, Kubalik. Kubalik sits on that far side at the edge of the circle. And that is the play they look for. Kovac. Puck bounces around. Kubalik is on it. Plays it back for Hronek and back to Kubalik. To the goal line it goes. Seakac back for Kubalik. Back for Seakac. Tried to get it on for Vrana. And that's deflected and it bounces back into the Czech Republic zone.
They're trying to pick on Nicholas B. Jensen, number 48, who's now made it to the bench on that right side, either down from the goal line, bump pass to the middle, or a shot from Hronek at the point.
Second power play of the game and second time in this game that, or third power play of the game, second time that Jensen Obo has gone to the penalty box. And he is the minutes leader for them coming into this game, although Marcus Lauritsen has again played big minutes here tonight. Vrana drops it for Stransky. Stransky for Sulak. Back for Stransky and around for Zadina. Zadina being watched there by True. Sends it back for Sulak. Cross ice for Vrana. Vrana with the shot to the short side. Save, rebound. Sebastian Thomas down. Puck to the short side, but cleared before Zadina could find it.
Got the rebound that they wanted. Couldn't poke it past the goaltender.
Zadina dances his way in, takes it wide. Throws it in behind the net. Into the final 20 seconds. Nicholas Jensen tried to slam it around the boards. It got blocked. Sulak gets it down. Zadina's pass got blocked. Second try, he'll get it down for Hedl. Power play is over. Hedl to the goal line, back in front of the net. And the return pass ends up at the line. Played back down by Sulak. To the front of the net for Stransky. Huge pile up. Where is it? Dom pokes it away. And the Czech Republic and Denmark will each pick up a point, and they'll go to 3-on-3 and play for the extra point when we come back. Team USA with an empty netter. Team USA should go on to win that one. They'll jump into a first place tie with Finland in Group B. Here in Group A right now, it is Sweden 9 points, Czech Republic 9 points, Denmark 9 points. Sweden will play later tonight against Russia. Czech Republic will play tomorrow. This is it for Denmark.
You gotta be set first. You set second, I drop it, right? You first. White first.
Just like they drew it up. Roenick takes it back into his own end, so we've got some overtime going. With 3-on-3, here comes Fleck. He can skate. Fleck in across the line. Fleck gets squeezed to the corner by Marcus Lauritsen. Marcus Lauritsen has an overtime winner. Dominik Kubalik has an overtime winner. Roenick will skate it in across for Fleck. Fleck lets the shot go off the right pad of Dom. Fleck controls inside the line. He'll dish it off. Roenick is in on the play. Tees it up, doesn't shoot it. Lets it go. Blocker save made by Dom.
Boy, that was a smooth save by Dom. As that fake shot gave Roenick just a little bit more time to move to his forehand.
Here comes Kubalik in on goal. Lets the shot go. That goes off of Jensen Obo and wide. And now finally some control for Denmark, but the puck got up on end, and Jan Kovac will control it for the Czech Republic. It's chased all the way back by Jesper Jensen on for Sulak. Big Sulak drives the net, takes it wide. Sulak will drop for Kovac. He'll put on the brakes against Jesper Jensen. On for Dominik Kubalik. Kubalik circles up high, drops for Sulak. He'll drop for Kovac. Kovac gets chased to the far side boards. And he'll take it back out at center. On for Dominik Kubalik is a line change now for Czech Republic and Lukas Klok off the bench. And he gets wrapped up on the far side, and Denmark needs to gain control here. And finally, it will be grabbed off by Anderson. On for True, try to get it back for Anderson, squeezed out by Vrana. Up for Spacek at center. Spacek to the line, on for Vrana. Vrana will wait for Hronek to get on the ice, flips it towards the front of the net. And Nicholas Jensen is on the puck. And now Denmark will try and find some offense. Nicholas Jensen drives it wide, takes it to the net, short side. Hrubits squeezes the shoulder up against the post and makes the save, but a good rush there by Nicholas Jensen. Hronek drops it back, and Vrana will take it all the way out at center.
Wasn't a lot of room up on that glove side because Hrubits got over and sealed it off, but just a little bit of space over the shoulder. Nicholas Jensen couldn't get it there.
Hronek will get chased all the way back.
Oh boy.
Lost it at center now to Jakobsen, and a penalty coming. It'll be a high sticking penalty, and the Czech Republic will go back to the power play.
Just when they were getting their wires crossed here with Hronek and Storm. Didn't mean to do that at all, but it got up there. It's going to be a 2-minute power play. Here's Nicholas Jensen with his speed coming down on Spacek, gets to the outside, gets it to his forehand. Barely the ability to get it up over the shoulder, but Hrubits stands his ground. And so a timeout call now. Czech Republic will have a 4-on-3 to get the extra point.
Johan Garpenlof, the head coach of Sweden, looking on. Sweden will play Russia in the next game in this building. We are in overtime here. Philip Bassan in behind the bench for the Czech Republic in a 1-1 tie with Denmark, and Czech Republic will go to the power play here in overtime as Frederick Storm will go for high sticking. Heinz Ehlers looks on, the coach of Denmark. A first period power play goal from Niklas Jensen at 3:41 of the first. Stood until 5:23 into the third when Dominik Kubalik tied the game up for the Czech Republic. Dennis Bayak and Dave Tomlinson along with you here at the Olympic Sports Arena. Hronek carries in off the face-off, drops it off. Kubalik ripped it, that went wide. And it comes all the way around out to center ice.
They're going to keep looking for Kubalik, and then the one time when they overshadow, we're trying to slip it to the front of the net for Kovac.
Denmark came in with only 11 minor penalties in this tournament. They've picked up 4 here. Hronek walks it in. Verana tried to go short side off the side of the net. Kovac is on the loose puck. Jan Kovac throws it up top for Kubalik and then gets it back and gives it back. And Kubalik's shot blocked by Alexander True. Taken by Hronek. Hronek walks it in, dishes it off. Kubalik the blast. Kubalik chases it down. He'll play it back to the line for Hronek. Jacob Vrana. Hronek lets the shot go. Sebastian Dom comes across and makes the save. Hronek has it again. On for Kovac. Kovac walks it in. His shot got blocked as Alexander True got in front of it. Kubalik plays it back for Hronek. Lets it go to the side of the net. A little redirect there by Kovac and cleared away by Sebastian Dom. Kovac into the final 30 seconds. Left pad save made by Dom. Off Kubalik. Shot, score! Philip Hronek on the power play. Czech Republic will get the extra point.
All the block shots for Denmark in that power play for the Czech Republic in overtime, and the one that gets through gets all the way through and past the blocker side of the goaltender Dom, who was excellent in this hockey game. And there's the game winner. Hronek with the slap shot in overtime. They have to make some adjustments. Kovac will carry it, tries to get to the front. That's off the post. Kubalik sends it back out. Hronek steps into this one before Dom can get over and get his arm up. Verana with the pass. This puck is up in a hurry for the extra point to keep Czech Republic believing that they'll make it to the quarterfinals.
There is some discussion here.
Dom's back in the net. He thinks the play should continue.
So the teams are over at the bench. They have told them to take the carpet that they bring out for the presentation. They have asked them to remove that from the ice, and the officials are over at the timekeeper's bench to take a look at something.
It's not goaltender interference. You have to go back to the entry if there was any offside. There's nobody in front of the net for a high stick as we kind of chick away at the Danish team's looking at the iPad that they have on a play at the blue line. There's Hronek. And this is Kubalik with the puck, and his foot is off the ice before the puck is all the way over. But do they consider that control?
So that's the challenge. As Denmark calling this for offside. And the skate is in the air. So perhaps this game is not over. The celebration for the Czech Republic. Feeling was that they had picked up the extra point, had jumped ahead of Sweden in the standings.
It says in the rule book that skater skates are interpreted in 2 dimensions, and to be onside, a skater must have one side skate inside the blue line as long as the other one is touching the ice on the outside, which that skate is not touching the ice as the puck comes and clears the blue line. It's considered all the way in the zone once it's past touching the blue part of the blue line.
Now there's a linesman right there looking right down at the skate, but from his angle, probably tough to tell if the blade is off the ice or not. So if indeed the goal does count, the World Championship for Denmark comes to an end. So it is in the hands of the linesmen, Lev Lazarev and Nikita Shalagin, both of Russia.
This is all about control of the puck, and if the foot is on the ice, which it isn't.
Call on the ice was a goal.
If it was deemed offside at the moment, the linesman would have called it right at that time. And if you've been with us throughout the whole broadcast, they've been late on a lot of offside calls, this Russian crew, to the point where they're allowing the team going offside right to the top of the circles during the regular run of play, but they seem to have made a decision. All 4 officials conferring.
Well, the linesman now taking another look at it. It was Philip Hronek who rifled the shot high blocker side on Sebastian Dom with the man advantage for the Czech Republic. And as the celebration was going,
his foot's, sorry Dennis, his foot's off before he controls the puck. I think this is an offside. They put the time back on the clock, 23.1.
it is no goal. Denmark is alive.
This Danish team, I'll tell you, they put themselves into some pretty deep situations and always find a way through it. So there'll still be power play time for 23.1 seconds. It'll be a neutral zone face-off. And the dramatics in this building.
The offside challenge successful for Heinz Ehlers and the Denmark team as the foot is off the ice.
This is the goal. Hronek gets it up in a hurry. But they're still going to play. Both these teams are tied in points in the standings with 9. And with Sweden looking on, they have a vested interest.
The Swedish contingent had to come back up into the stands and relocate.
Yet to have a shootout in this building, but both these teams, the last 2 times they played, went to a shootout. Denmark won them both, going back to 2016 and previous.
So now they need to readjust the clock, and it's back to 42 seconds.
That's plenty of time for this Czech foursome to come up with something. That's a lot of time. Minute 42 now. making sure that this is correct, because once they got in there, they moved it around a couple of times. And it almost feels like that's an eternity here for the Czech Republic to work with.
I'm not sure that's correct.
Well, they would have gone back into the zone entry, and then they moved it around, and then they switched positions and finally got the shot they wanted. But here's hockey.
So they would have moved it around for 1 minute and 19 seconds. Through center ice for Vrana. Vrana will take this to the outside, puts on the brakes. He'll get it back for Kubalik, back for Vrana, doesn't shoot it. Kubalik, Hronek, they tried again. Again, it got blocked. Jensen Obo got in front of the shot from Hronek. Back for Kubalik. He'll dish it off for Vrana. Kubalik gets back into his spot, takes the pass. Back for Jacob Vrana, back for Hronek. Shot blocked and taken by Jensen Obo, and he'll send it down the ice.
Vrana was going to originally put it to Kubalik, and he wasn't ready to shoot just before he gets the one-timer. He'll turn his top hand over to get more torque, and he wasn't ready for it.
Vrana for Kovac. Kubalik walks it in, quick shot, that was turned aside, and then Sebastian Dom will jump on it and hold on for a face-off, and Oliver Lauritsen and Kubalik do a little fencing.
Philip Cheadle was about to go onto the ice, and he was called back from the assistant coach. They're going to stick with these four.
Hey, that's enough, boys.
Czechs already used their timeout.
Morten Madsen will come out to take this face off, but it is won by Kovac. To the line for Hronek. Kubalik on the near side. Down for Kovac, plays it around the boards for Kubalik into the final 30 seconds. Shot, Sebastian Dom, another save, and this one will get cleared by Jensen Obo. Rubitz will come out, play it for Kubalik, and a one-touch pass for Hronek. Hronek puts on the brakes, down for Kovac in front for Kubalik, and he couldn't get the shot away. Into the final 10 seconds. Vrana for Hronek unloads. That got blocked. Backdoor play. Scramble at the side. Alexander True trying to hold his position in front of the net. Back for Hronek. And this game is going to a shootout.
And Denmark has given themselves a chance.
So they will scrape the ice. Big block there by Oliver Lauritsen. He's in some discomfort. Shootout next. quite a few minutes for Denmark, from thinking that their World Championship was over with the overtime loss to now in a shootout as the Czech Republic arm in arm. Czech Republic won the coin toss, so it'll be Nikolai Meyer who will shoot first for Denmark. Fakes the shot, and Rubitz stays with him and makes the save.
Meyer doesn't get a lot of speed. He knows what he wants to do coming in. This fake shot, he wants to get the goaltender to go down. Tries to put it through him.
Robin Hansel will be the first to shoot for the Czech Republic. Hansel stays on the forehand to the backhand, scores. Sweet mitts by Robin Hansel.
The key is at the very end as he brings it around to the backhand and then elevates it as Dom goes down with both pads.
Mathias Bau next to shoot for Denmark. He'll slow this right down. Fires and scores off the inside of the post and in.
He didn't play a lot in the third period, but they must know that he's got a couple of moves in the bag to go to. And pulling the goaltender off the post and putting it there, Bau ties it up.
Jacob Vrana next to go for the Czech Republic. Vrana settles it down. Vrana fires and scores. High blocker side. And Vrana has the lead for the Czech Republic.
He had a breakaway earlier in this game. Shot it right at the goaltender. This time he keeps his head down and gets it up over the blocker.
Nicholas Jensen, who had the power play goal for Denmark in the opening period. Next up in the shootout, goes to the forehand, and he finds blocker side and scores.
You think of him as a shooter, and so does the goaltender. The fake there, the pull, and all the way across, and gets it over that right pad.
Kovac next to shoot. Denmark will need a save from Sebastian Dom. It's a 5-player shootout. Kovac carries in, and Dom stays with him, and Kovac puts it into the back of the net.
Looks like he ran out of room, but elevated it just enough. They've got Dom down early, and then have been able to go up over. This time it's to the backhand for Kovac.
Alexander True will be next to shoot. And he'll wind his way in. And he fires blocker side and scores.
Big long reach for the 6'5" Alexander True. And that is a perfectly placed shot if you want to go low blocker as a left-hand shot. And Sebastian Dom pulled something. And he's taking himself from the shootout.
So Sebastian Dom, yes. And Matt Sogard, who had a terrific run down the stretch for the Belleville Senators, Ottawa's farm team, has to come in here in the shootout without a warm-up. Here comes Hedel in on 6'7" Sogard to the forehand and scores.
That's a tough position to be put in by a goaltender. No stretching. He doesn't get across with that right leg, commits to going down, and the stick's too late.
Nicholas Anderson has to score to extend the shootout. And now Rubitz is leaving the net.
15 years pro, have never seen this. So Roman will come in cold and try to do what Sogard couldn't.
Boy, we've had a little bit of everything here in the last 10-15 minutes. Here comes Anderson having to score. Anderson, and the save is made. And the Czech Republic will win in a shootout.
Anderson tries to fake and then get it across to the same spot. that Truce scored at and denied from Will, who was able to stay big long enough to get his right arm on it. And just a wacky finish to this hockey game, from the overturned overtime winner from the Czech Republic to them winning it in a shootout against the backup goaltender, because their backup goaltender made the last save for their team.
Final score, Czech Republic 2, Denmark 1.
So the Czech Republic will jump to 10 points, 1 ahead of Sweden. And now it'll be up to Sweden, who will play Russia next. And Sweden will need at least 2 points out of that game against Russia. So we will have our players of the game in what was a bizarre ending.
Ladies and gentlemen, best players of each team will be awarded with an official
Here at the Olympic Sports Arena.
You got to feel for Sebastian Dahm. You know, he wouldn't want to leave that crease. 3 straight goals against. Played every minute up until the shootout for his team.
Best player of team Denmark. Number 32, Sebastian Dahm.
So Sebastian Dahm will be the player of the game for Denmark, and deservedly so. Another wonderful tournament for him.
36 shots. Stopped 35 and couldn't make it through to the end of the
Best
shootout.
player of team Czech Republic is number 18, Dominik Kubalik.
Dominik Kubalik is the player of the game for the Czech Republic.
Tied the score in the 3rd period with his 3rd marker, his 3rd goal of this tournament.
So the Czech Republic controls its own destiny, because the Czech Republic will play again tomorrow. Sweden's final game will be against Russia. That is coming up 8:15 start time here in Riga, Latvia, as we will get set for the Czech Republic national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, now the award of the 3 best players of each team of the tournament.
We have the Players of the Game award.
Each team and will be presented by Patron, official sponsor of the 2021 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship.
Player of the Game awards coming up for Denmark as their World Championship does come to an end. So Niklas Jensen will be not a surprise. Marcus Lauritsen, big-time minutes on the back end. Leads all defensemen in scoring in this championship. And, of course, Sebastian Dahm. These awards presented when a team is done at the World Championship. And now the Republic, the anthem of the Czech Republic.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Czech Republic.
Nākamā 2021. gada pasaules čempionāta hokejā spēle jau šovakar Olimpiskajā sporta centrā 15:08 gan tiksies ROC un Zviedrijas komandas.
Nākošā 2021. gada pasaules hokejā čempionāta spēle Rīgā šovakar 18:15. The 2021 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship will continue today at the Olympic Center 2015 with a game between Team ROC and Team Sweden.
Jesper, this loss marks the end of your tournament here. However, it was hard fought until the very end. How would you describe your effort today?
Well, I think we had a pretty good effort. We were playing for the win all game and made it to OT. We were under pressure sometimes, but I think great effort and overall a really good tournament for us. Game 7 on of this tournament, and we were still in it, so that was pretty cool.
You guys have been very disciplined this entire tournament, but you took a lot of penalties here. How did that hurt you today?
Yeah, we've been very disciplined, as you said. It takes a lot of energy to play PK. So yeah, it took some energy, and they probably got the momentum a little bit. It's a little hard that we took those penalties in the last game of the tournament, but I think we played pretty good in that too. So yeah, overall, good tournament.
We saw Sebastian Dom take himself out in the shootout, but he also really kept you in this game. What happened there at the end, and how proud are you of him?
Well, Sebastian's one of our really good friends. He's been great this whole tournament, and I mean, it was maybe just our coach who had a little feeling that maybe our second goal would take one of the penalties. So it would be fun if it worked, but it didn't. But he was great all game. So yeah, he's a great goal and a great guy.
Before the game, Heinz said he's been satisfied with the effort you guys have brought every night. How do you just assess this tournament now that you're done?
Yeah, well, I think we're in a really tough group this year. We only had one game we maybe should win. Take 3 points against Great Britain. So I think it's been really good. We beat Sweden for the first time in the history. So that was really cool, and we played a good game against Switzerland, Czech, and Russia too. So we're a small nation, so it was some really good results. So yeah, good tournament. I'm really proud of this team.
Thank you, Jesper.
Thank you.
Wait, one more. I have to ask you in Danish.
Yeah.
Sorry. I know this marks the end of the tournament. Just how proud are you of the group and the effort, especially here today?
Jeg er meget stolt af den måde, vi spiller hele turneringen på, og specielt den sidste kamp her. Jeg synes, vi spiller med hjertet, og det er ligesom det, der var målet fra starten af. Så jeg er sindssygt stolt af holdet, jeg er stolt af at spille for det danske landshold, og ses næste år.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Philip, an entertaining ending to this game here with the overtime going to a shootout. How would you describe this?
Well, it was a tough game. They played really well. They played a lot of defense, and we couldn't get anything inside the net. But then we tied the game, and we're happy for 2 points.
You guys thought you scored in overtime. What did that do to shift the momentum when it was called back?
I mean, there's some rule about offside. I didn't know about it, and they took it back. Nothing really changed for us. We still had a power play, so we were still trying.
This win keeps you firmly in the driver's seat. What do you take from this experience?
We have to work all the time, and we can't give up.
What do you bring now when you face Slovakia in your last game here?
We have to win. That's the only thing we need, and go from there.
Thank you. And one more
Thanks.
question in Czech. Sorry, I have to do
In
this.
Czech?
Yeah, you answer in yes.
In Czech.
Or,
I answer in Czech.
In your whatever language you want, yes.
Okay.
What do you think of the win today? And just describe how different this win was for your team.
Jsme rádi za vítězství a 2 body byly pro nás důležitý.
Thank you.
Thanks.